Have you ever wondered how much power the engines had to have and how much fuel they had to burn to put the German giants in motion? Today we will tell you about the engines that powered these machines. We will start with the beginnings of armor. The A7V, which was powered by two central carburetor gasoline engines, four-cylinder liquid-cooled Daimler engines, with a power of 100 horsepower each. The engines accelerated the Colossus to 15 kilometers per hour, which was impressive for those times. Fuel consumption in the field reached hundreds of liters, which was not very economical. The technological leap turned out to be the Panzer I tank, and its four-cylinder boxer, carburetor air-cooled, Krupp M305 engine with a power of 57 horsepower and a capacity of 3.46 liters, which could accelerate the tank to 37 kilometers per hour. However, this engine, compared to its competitors at the time, such as the T-26 and BT-7, was overshadowed due to frequent failures. In later versions of the Panzer I, Maybach engines were installed because the Krupp engine was too weak. The era of Maybach engines was initiated by the Panzer II tank and its derivatives, which had a six-cylinder carburetor, inline four-stroke liquid-cooled Maybach HL62 TRM engine with a power of 140 horsepower and a capacity of 6.2 liters, which could accelerate the tank to 40 kilometers per hour. From 1943, this engine was also equipped with the sd.kfz 7 half-tracks in the TUK version, which, unlike the tank versions, had a wet oil sump and a changed clutch. As the weight of the tanks increased, the power increased, and this was the case with the Panzer III and Panzer IV tanks and their derivatives, such as Stug 3, Stug 4, Jagdpanzer 4 assault guns, or Hummel self-propelled howitzers, which used 12-cylinder inline carburetor engines, liquid-cooled in System V. Maybach HL 120 TRM with a power of 300 horsepower and a capacity of 11.8 liters had a dry oil sump which could accelerate these tanks to almost 40 kilometers per hour. The engine was produced in two versions, Maybach HL 120 TR and later Maybach HL 120 TRM, in which the ignition coil was replaced with a magneto. It could be powered by low-octane 74-octane gasoline. The time has come for the most powerful unit used by the Germans on a massive scale during World War II. The Maybach HL 230 was a liquid-cooled petrol engine, 12 cylinders in a V arrangement, with a total displacement of 23 liters, capable of developing a power of 230 horsepower. It was used during World War II in the heaviest German tanks. Panther, Jagdpanther, Tiger II, Jagdtiger P30 version, as well as in the latest versions of the Tiger I Sturmtiger P45 version. This engine had a cast iron block and was an evolution of the aluminum HL 210, which was used in the first 250 units of the Tiger I tank.